Yo, welcome back, my Quactionauts. We have a lot to talk about in terms of the Genius Invocation TCG. Okay, so my thought about the TCG is that honestly, it was a lot more fun than I originally thought it would be. And in my opinion, it's not too complex, but at the same time, it's not too simplistic. But anyways, we're gonna be talking about, in my opinion, the main issues, or I guess the major problems with the TCG. Okay, so first and foremost, if you look behind me here, we have Prince. So this is basically the NPC you talk to go through the card shop, to see your player level, and to do certain tavern card challenges. Okay, so number one, and if you don't know what this is about yet, or maybe you haven't partaked in the TCG as of yet, let me kind of go through what this is exact. So right now I'm level 3, I'm not level 4 yet, you can unlock it today. There is a leveling system with the TCG, and if I click down here to the level rewards, as you can see, right, I'm level 3 of course. Each level, I think it's 60 Primogems every level, right? But these Primogem rewards are only one-time rewards. So if I keep going down the list, you can kind of see it here that each rewards is 60 Primogems. And the max level is level 10, I believe, right? So level 10 is the max level. So essentially, you're getting 600 Primogems, which is the equivalent to about 3 singles. It's a little shy of 4 singles, and it's only a one-time rewards, right? So you can only claim this once. So with that being said, that is essentially all the Primogems you can get from the TCG. And once you get them, that's it, right? So that is my main first problem with the TCG in terms of rewards. And you can definitely agree or disagree with me if you like. Leave a comment down below if you have made it this far so far in the video. But in terms of the TCG, most people are going to be playing it up until they get to player level 10, and they're gonna grab all the Primogem rewards, and then they're most likely gonna dip and back out of the TCG. Because let's be real here, Genshin players, they just want to get the Primogems so they can get their characters, so they can get their weapons, etc, through the gacha system. So that is my first main issue, is that the Primogem rewards are only one-time rewards. So they are not ongoing. Alright, moving on to the next issue. Alright, so the next issue with the TCG that I currently have is that, and this is more so on like Hoyoverse, is that it could get a little repetitive. Let me talk about this a little bit into more detail so you get where I'm coming from. Okay, so number one, if I go to my deck here, right? Okay, so if I show you guys my deck here, and I won't go into my cheese deck, but let me just go to the start of the deck here. Okay, so in terms of cards, right, you have certain character cards, which are basically the cards you use to attack your opponent. So in the start of the deck, you have Diluc, Kaya, and Sucrose. And if I go into like my actual deck of cards, you have a deck of 30 cards. So you have like, your action cards, your support cards, event cards, equipment cards, and whatnot. So if I look through all these cards, there's only a certain amount of cards in the game right now, and there is, I think, a few more cards in the card shop. So Hoyoverse, and this is on Hoyoverse obviously, they're gonna have to make sure they update this frequently, which I'm assuming they probably will. I just hope this doesn't like die out like the teapot, because like this does need frequent updates, and they do need to add way more cards into this, as there is a bunch of characters in the game. We're missing a bunch of the characters, Raiden for example, Yelan for example. So that's obviously on Hoyoverse, but if they don't update the TCG frequently, then it will most likely not be that enticing long term, and the longevity of the game will obviously be jeopardized. So obviously this is on Hoyoverse. Alright, so moving on to my next point with the TCG. Alright, so in terms of the TCG, when I first started playing Genshin Impact, which I'm sure a lot of other players, they were not playing Genshin. Gone you. Why are you falling asleep? They were not starting Genshin Impact to play a trading card game, and don't get me wrong, I understand there will most likely be a decent minority that will enjoy playing the TCG, and I'm not trying to take it away from you, okay? So just understand that. I'm just giving my points and my opinions. If you like the TCG, that is perfectly fine. But at the same time, you have to realize that this game started off as an adventure action RPG with some single player aspects to the Archon Quest, Story Quest, World Quest, and whatnot, and a little bit of co-op that you can play with your friends. So essentially, it's an RPG game at its base. So the TCG is just a game mode on the side. So again, I didn't start playing Genshin Impact for a possibility of a card game. So I personally want to play the game through using my characters, and that's essentially why I build them, right? I build my characters to use them in the game. But at the same time, I do want to admit the TCG was a lot more fun than I initially thought it would have been. It's definitely within Hoyoverse's hands, as in where the TCG ends up. If they don't update it frequently, it will definitely drop off in my opinion. But But yeah, that is basically my points with the problems with the TCG. Again, I'm never trying to hate on it. I actually enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, let me know your guys' comments on the TCG. Are you guys enjoying it? Are you guys hating it? Do you guys think it will last long term? Let me know. I'll be checking all the comments as usual. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, all the good stuff. And I'll catch you boys all in the next one.
Told my brothers one day we gon' make it. We just gotta grind for that paycheck. Mama told me one day I'll be famous. Remember when she used to say she hate this? That ended with life when I say shit.